Missed you all lots. Good evening to everybody in church. Thank you all for joining us. We do have some newbies in tonight. Welcome. I hope you have a lovely service. And welcome to all of our oldies as well, of course. And welcome to everybody who are watching online. I can see lots of you there. Our good friend Iris, Samantha, Cheryl, Sue, Lorraine and Helen. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So we will start this evening's beautiful service with opening in prayer. So first of all, I welcome our medium tonight, Alan Albiston, in church. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. And also to Claire Pasterfield, who stepped in for us online. Hope you're have a lovely evening, Claire. I can see you there at the bottom. Not on the screen yet, but hope you have a lovely evening. So as I was just saying, we will open this service in prayer. This will be followed by the Lord's Prayer that we will all say together. Just grounding my energy now because I was up there. Come down here ready to open in prayer. Over to you, Alan. Thank you. Yes. Well remembered.
Okay. Saying that, and I've got to get it on now.
Just clips at the back, just pinch click.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get that. There we are. Look, I did that like an expert, didn't I? Okay. Let's join together in prayer, friends, and ask for a blessing on this evening service. Ask divine spirits, may the love and the light of the Great Spirit be with us in this time that we share together. May we find the wonderful peace, the wonderful healing, and the wonderful inspirational love that comes forward when we meet together with Spirit. We ask that our loved ones, our family members and friends, all those that dwell in the world of Spirit, join with us this evening and join together the wise ones, the teachers, the bringers of knowledge, all those that come forward to help us on this earthly journey that we call life. We ask that whatever the need may be, Spirit, bring it to us with love. Bring what we need. Bring that hope. Bring that joy. Bring that wonderful essence to know that there is no such thing as death, but life is an eternal journey open to each and every one of us. As we meet together, we know the healing vibration goes out wherever there is a need. It also meets back with each and every one of us and gives us the upliftment and refreshment that we need. I ask that I be a clear and positive instrument for God's work in this evening's service. And we think of the beauty of the natural world, so healing, so inspiring. As a wise teacher once said, it's not by accident the colours of nature, the blues and the greens, are the colours that we associate with healing. And we think of nature and all God's creation. We think of the minor miracles, the tiny blessings that are part of each day on our earthly journey. And we know that we can give gratitude and love for all that is precious and dear to us. We know our journey can be challenging and can have its difficulties. We know Spirit's light is always lighting the way, shining forward with that wonderful majesty of joy, and that we join together and we open this service in that wonderful vibration of love and light. Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you. That's it. Thank you. Well, we do look funny passing this between us, don't we, every week? Wondering what we're doing online. Okay, so just before we start, I was thinking on my way to church, actually, we were off, a few of us were off last Sunday, off doing spiritual bits, and I really missed divine service. I really missed the church. Sam and Jill and Jenny are in church tonight, and I put in the chat that we've got, I said, I need my church fix. And there were a few chuckles about that. Well, what does that really mean? But divine service for me, we had lots of mediumship go on throughout the weekend. It's lovely, and it's part of our divine service. We have our mediums come in and do that for us, link with our loved ones in spirit. But there's something special about divine service. I think the hymns, the prayers, the healing, the Bible reading. I think for me, and probably for lots of you as well, it's that connection with that God light. Whatever that light is to you, it's that connecting with the universe. And it's really important. And certainly for me, I've realised that I need that quite regularly. So thank you all for allowing me to do what I do here and be a part of this church, because it means so much to me. And I'm glad to be back. So we will get on with the service then, and we will light our church candle, which we do each week. And as we do this, we know that we invite our loved ones from spirit. We know that they're with us anyway. They're with us every single day. They are, but that intention, we take this opportunity just to put that intention out and invite them to come close into our energy so that we can feel their love and we can feel that comfort that we get from that. So as I light the church candle, perhaps you can put that intention out to your loved ones. And of course, anyone watching online, you're at home, so you can light your own candle. There we go. May the lighting of this candle flame act as our intention to send that love and that peace energy out to the world. Also, as we go into our healing part of the service. So again, mentioned before, very important for us here at Fundersley, the healing part of the service. Healing is it's an intention, it's a love energy, it's a thought that's powerful. When you think of love and you think of your loved ones healthy and good, that energy goes out. And magic really can happen. So we think of our loved ones who are in need now, and perhaps if you're watching online, you haven't put your names into the comment box, perhaps you can do that for me now, and I'll add those names on at the end. So first, I will read the names out that are listed here. And as I do this, I just ask that you repeat the name in your own mind. Just give it that extra strength. Don't need to be known to you. They know who we're talking about. So tonight, we place in God's care all those that we come to name and remember now. Darren, Claire, Derrin, Jimmy, Lorraine, Janice, Dennis, Glenn, Susan, Amanda, Ian, Billy, Donna, Amanda, Ian, Dave, Tam or Tom, Ethan, Farron, Sunny, Lynn, Gordon and Sandra, June, who's in spirit, Brian, Jane, Vicky, Frank, Glory, Charlie, Alan, Chris, Gary, Martin, Carol and Bill, Margaret, June, Joyce, David, Diane, Jenny, David, Kim, Linda, Donna, Kelly, Annabelle and Bobby, Julie and Frank, Will and Bonnie, Scarlett, Amber, Ruby, Janice, and Rascal for progression, Lorraine Smith, Richard, Kerry Bourne, Kate Dickinson, Fiona Rolson, Eileen Hornsby, John England, John, and into the healing prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, as we come together here in church and online this evening, we ask that we be used as channels for healing energy. We know that when we sit with our hearts open and we focus our whole being on love and healing, we know that we can send positive energy to those in need with your help. And we ask tonight, loving Father, that you join with us, help us all of those that we've named tonight and all of those that we think of in our minds now. We ask that they be surrounded by your love, surrounded by your light, that they receive healing, that they feel comforted and eased by it. We also ask that all those around the world who are suffering at this time, that they may too receive the power of this healing tonight. We also ask for our animal kingdom, for the world of nature and Mother Earth. And we pray, dear Father, for all suffering to end, for people and countries to unite in love and in peace. Please bless all of those joining together in prayer with us tonight. May they too receive. We ask all of this, of course, in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Also healing for David Callio and family, Tony, Karen and family, friends of Holly Jane. Thank you. So we'll now have 1 minute silence. So carry on sending, send from that heart of yours, channeled from the divine, healing out into the world. We'll do this for another minute. This will be broken by the hymn Gracious Spirit. The words are in the front of your book. Thank you.
Take our loved ones who are suffering, leave thy tender care. Loving Father, hear us, hear us. Gracious Spirit, may thy presence shed a healing ray. Turning all the nights of darkness into glorious day. Loving Father, hear us, hear us. Gracious Spirit, just thou render, be their light and guide. Lead them to the heavenly kingdom, safely by thy side. Loving Father, hear us, hear us.
Wonderful. It's lovely. Very strong energy in here tonight. Well done, everybody. We will now go over to Frank for this evening's Bible reading. Thank you, Frank.
Oh. I'd like first to echo what Donna said. Yeah, I wasn't here last week, and over the years I've been coming here, you've all become like a family to me, and if I'm not here, I miss you. Like I miss my own family, and I sat yesterday afternoon and thought to myself, I can go to church tomorrow, that'll be good. And I've looked forward to it until I got here today. Sorry, that did sound right. I'm sure you know what I mean. Our reading tonight is about forgiving others and not judging them. If someone wrongs us, what purpose does it serve to wrong them in return? What merely makes us no better than them? They may have already forgotten the wrong that they did to us, or even be unaware that they have wronged us. So it is only us that continue to suffer. But if we forgive them, then we're able to move forward and find a place of peace and calm for ourselves. Sometimes others will say or do things that offend us or hurt us. They may feel that what they have done is not wrong, and so not really understand why we are hurt. And little purpose can be achieved by arguing with them or judging them. The Bible and the teachings of Jesus ask that we do not judge others, but rather that we try to understand the reason behind their actions and show them forgiveness and love. It is easy to love someone who loves us, but being able to love someone who we may not feel the same about and who we feel does not deserve our love offers a greater challenge and a much greater reward and makes us a much better person. We should also examine our own shortcomings. How can we possibly see to change another's view if our own vision is blurred to our faults? We must deal with those first. Good fruit cannot be gathered from a tree that is itself diseased, but only from one that has been healed and restored to its full strength. It is similarly true, forgiveness comes best from the heart that has been healed and cleansed. Our reading this evening comes from the Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 6, verses 27 to 38 and verses 41 to 45. I say to you, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. And pray for those who will treat you. If someone slaps you on the cheek, turn to them the other cheek. If someone takes your coat, do not withhold your shirt from them. Give to everyone who asks you. And if anyone takes what belongs to you, do not demand it back. Do to others as you would have them do unto you. If you only love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. If you only do good to those who do good to you, again, what credit is that to you? If you lend only to those you expect full payment from, what credit does it do you? Even sinners lend to sinners, expecting full payment from them. Love your enemies, do good to them, and then your rewards will be great, and you will be the children of the Most High, because he is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and it will be given unto you. Why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me make that speck come out of your eye, when you yourself have failed to see the plank that is in yours? First, remove that plank in your eye, so that you can see clearly to remove the speck in your brother's. No good tree bears bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. Each is recognized by the quality of its own fruit. You do not pick figs from a thorn bush, nor grapes from a briar. A good person brings good things from a good heart, and an evil person from an evil heart. For the mouth speaks only what is truly in the heart. God bless that reading.
Really. Thank you very much, Frank. Very good. Right, okay, so it is the time where we say goodbye to everybody watching online from church, from Fundersley. Thank you for joining us, and we do wish you a wonderful service. I'm sure you will have one with the lovely Claire. So have a lovely evening, Claire. Lots of love from Fundersley. Night, night.
Hello everybody. Oh dear, could I take the glasses off and put the reflection up there? Good evening to everybody here this evening. Yes, I'm Claire. I was here on the 9th in church, but fortunate today I am here this evening. So looking at, as we start, is our address. Now, Spirit always seems to throw things at me whilst I'm doing something. I'm sure they pretty much enjoy doing that to me. And just imagine me trying to sing karaoke today. And I was singing karaoke and all of a sudden I could feel Spirit in my energy. I was like, is this what we're going to be about, my address, with me singing? And Spirit went, no, it's about how we connect to you and the other people on this earthly realm, and how we connect with you through words, whether this is music, whether this is poetry, can sometimes even be a story, a book that you read. And Spirit said, we're always around you. And so many of us think that we can't make that connection to Spirit because we don't hear them. But a lot of the time, the words that we read or the words that we hear in a song help us make that connection to Spirit. They help us make the connection to our past loved ones. They bring back the memories that we had of our past loved ones. For me, I was singing Imagine by John Lennon. I'm not going to torture you tonight with me singing, hopefully. But the words in there made me connect, and I could feel Spirit around me making my love legs tingle. So I said to Spirit, okay, I'm not always eloquent with words. What can I share here as an address to show that you're around us? And they reminded me of, it's a poem, I would guess is what you would refer to it. I know a lot of people use it for when we're at funerals. And I just would like to share it with you because for me, it totally represents what I believe in Spirit. And it's called Death is Nothing at All. And I'm pretty sure many of you will know this. Death is nothing at all. I have only slipped away to the next room. Whatever we were to each other, that we still are. Call me by my old familiar names. Speak to me in the easy way, which you always used to do. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes we enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me, pray for me. Let my name be the household word that was. Let it be spoken without effort. Life means all that has ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is absolutely unbreakable continuity. Why should I be out of your mind? Because I'm out of your sight. I am but waiting for you for an interval, somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well. And I have said this is being said when I pass. And for me, it just reminded me how we can still make that connection to Spirit. We don't have to be mediums to know that Spirit's around us. So all Spirit is asking you for this evening is just take time. And when you're thinking of your loved ones, listen. For there will be a song or even just sometimes lyrics on an advert that will show you that they're around you and will make you smile. Or you'll hear somebody who sings completely awful and you'll go, my dad used to sing like that. So it's just in this moment here, it's just to know that Spirit hasn't left you. Sometimes it is just a case of making that connection with our surroundings through words. And they can say it a lot more eloquently than me. So I hope that's given you some comfort, upliftment. I hope that's given you some connections. And I have no doubt this next week you're going to be hearing songs or words on the TV and it will be your connection to Spirit. So thank you so much for that part. So we're now going to move on to the event. I would like to do some hellos because I always like to say hellos, and then we'll do some connections to Spirit. So hello Loretta, hello Wendy, hello Samantha, hello Jan, hello Michelle, Julie, Sandra, Pat, Cheryl, Jill, Dominique, Tina, Mel, Lorraine, I think I've called most of you. Holly, hello. Hello, Sheila, hello. So I like just to explain how I work, purely because it lets them upstairs know that I'm ready to work with them, and it means that you know what to expect from me as your medium. Now, I like to keep things nice and simple. I just simply say that I chat to your past loved ones. Now, Spirit will give me everything and anything. And the way I work very, very natural, in the sense that I allow my mediumship to work with your past loved ones. Because at the end of the day, we are individuals. We're individuals down here. So we're individuals up there. So why shouldn't our connection with them be unique to them? I do like to go direct to people because it just makes it a bit easier for me when I'm doing my mediumship. However, what I will say to yourselves, if you're listening to a message to somebody else and you're thinking, gosh, that really connects with me, it feels right here, not necessarily in our minds, but in our heart, know that your past loved ones are coming through to you, because they are very, very conscious that they have, we have such a short period of time. And if there's so many of us, we can't always make that connection immediately with yourself. So all I ask for you to do is, if you can comment to say that you would like for me to connect with you. I know sometimes we just like to be visual people to watch, and I'll come to you. Now, I will ask the question, are you okay for me to work with you? I know the answer is yes, because you commented. However, as obviously I do serve churches and centres in the real world or in the face-to-face, I like to ask that question. I generally will ask if there's anything I don't understand. I will give it to you because something will make sense to you, not necessarily to me. Right, okay, let's go forward. Right, let's go and see who I'm being drawn to. I can feel I've got somebody with me straight away. Right. Where are you? Let me find your name. Right, okay. I'd like to come to Jackie, if that's okay. Jackie Baynard. I do apologise if I say your surname's wrong. I always worry about saying your names more than making connections to spirit. But Jackie Baynard, I hope I've said your surname right. I'd like to come and work with you. So I hope that's okay. Now, I will just kind of go blah, 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 blah. And then I'll just ask you to feedback going, yes, no, yay, nay. Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Right. Okay, Jackie. Right. Oh, okay. As this person's stepping forwards, they're making me feel like they are who. Right. I feel like I've got a nan in spirit. I don't want to call her mum, but she gives me a strong mum. Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much. A strong motherly vibe. So she's coming through on my mum's side. So she feels more like a nan than mum. So I will ask, is nan in spirit? Because this lovely lady comes through really strong and a real maternal link to you. So there is a maternal connection with you. So I will ask, is your nan in spirit on your mum's side? Is she in spirit? I'll let you answer, but I will continue. Yes, it's nan spirit. Brilliant. Thank you. Excellent. I'll just continue as I go along. Right. Now, as she's coming through, she is okay. She talks to me about being either somebody's been talking about need to get their vitamins up. So I don't know, and I keep getting on cod liver oil or omega-3. Okay, ooh, as I say. But this lady also talks to me about the fact that she was very, very good at making sure her medication or taking vitamins or multivitamins is important. But she's talking to me about somebody here has been talking about getting their multivitamins and she's giving healings to this individual as well. Now, if it doesn't resonate with you, it will be somebody that you're loving and supporting. Because I find that sometimes it's about still giving you strength to help. But she's just talking to me straight away about somebody's been talking about getting some extra, a boost, energy booster is what I'm getting from her. But I'm going to pass that over. Right. So it's the energy booster. I'm glad I said the energy because it's just like, and brilliant. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for coming back as well. Yeah, because it's like I want to put like cod liver oil. I need to give you an energy boost as well. Oh, and she talks about vitamin C. So vitamin C is a big tick she's just given me. So she wants to put the vitamin C in there. Like I said, very, very flexible how my mediumship works. Right, let's find out where we're going with some names, shall we? Right, okay. I need to give you the name Edith. It feels, it sounded like Edith as she gave it to me. It's okay. All right, so that's why she's around, and she's giving him healing. But you need the healing as well because you're having to boost him up as well. Like I said, I've got the name Edith. If it's not Edith, it would be, it's a name, so it would be Edith, or it would be Elizabeth.
Well, good evening, friends. I think we might have lost Claire there. If I'm sure she will be back shortly. Let's drop her out the screen to see if she comes back, and Jackie will be back with you shortly. Hope everyone's doing okay today. I can see she's just dropped off the call there, so hopefully she's rejoining. Here she comes. Perfect.
I do apologise. I knew it's a storm. Thank you. Oh dear.
Oh, yeah, Jack has just said there's storms as well. Yeah, there are storms here in Thundersby.
Yes, right.
Today as well. So, I will pass it back to you, Claire.
Thank you. Sorry, Jackie. Thank you. All of a sudden, I had a moment. I didn't see my own face. Oh, my days. Right. Okay. So, right. Let's bring your lovely Nan back into the energy. Thank you. You can take Elizabeth. Brilliant. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, the Weber's pants, basically. Right. Okay. But I know I need to give you the name Frank, and you can take. Yay. I need to give you like a Frank or a Fr. It could even be a Francis as a Fr. I can hear the Fr name, so I need to pass that back. Thank you, everybody. I do apologise that I disappeared. We blame spirit rather than the storms. That'd be more spiritual. Right, okay. Come through, my lovely lady, because I know, bless her. Right. I need to give you some months because I always ask to give you some months. Now I need to pass. Oh no, I've got a name as well. I need to give you. We'll do that in 2 seconds. Months. I need to talk to you about the month of January being important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. So I need to recognise the month of January is important. She's also passing over the month of what month? The month of May. And I also want to recognise August. So I've got January, May, and August as birthday passings or anniversaries for you, Jackie. They can't take them at the moment. Just hold on to it because it could well be relevant to you later. I've also got to give you the name James, Jim, James, Jay, Jason. There's a J. I can hear the J-A strong. I know you. And she went, well, she's a Jackie. And I was like, I don't think so, my lovely. I know I want to give you the J name. Right. Okay. Oh, brilliant. All birthdays. That's excellent. They all make sense to you. I'm glad. Thank you, Jackie. We're still having a conversations on getting them to be a bit more specific, but we're there with our months. Right. I said, okay, I had a J or a Jason and Granddad Jack. Brilliant. Thank you, J.A. Excellent. She's doing really quite well, isn't she? Right. Okay. Now, she's placing upon me, and this may just be for me to see or feel. I've got a necklace, but I've got a crystal necklace. I generally wear them myself, but it feels like either the crystal I can see is amethyst. I don't know whether you've got a you've recently, or somebody's recently talked about getting a crystal bracelet or amethyst. Oh, and somebody else has talked about, if it's not happened in spirit, somebody having like hematite or the magnetic braces to help with circulation. There's something about, she's recognizing and talking to me about that she is aware of people using or have or use crystals to help with circulation and also helping. And there's something even about, you've got a bracelet or a necklace and I've got amethyst. Now I'm going to give that to you because it's the imagery she's giving me, but it may not necessarily, okay, you have that, brilliant, that makes sense, brilliant. There is a circulation, there is either somebody's got circulation problems or she had circulation problems, because I also want to recognise copper and I know I want to recognise the magnetic thing. And Alice is your favourite, she's doing brilliant. Okay, I tell you what I had, so you know how poor mediumship works. I had you wearing like one of the biggest, chunkiest, raw amethyst crystals on your necklace. I think your neck would have been really weighed down, but it was the imagery she gave me. So it's a really big, lovely piece of raw amethyst. So I'm glad that makes sense to you as well, Jackie. Right, okay. Right, she's also talking to me about the fact that you don't stop moving. Now, I don't know, I don't feel like she's talking literally that you're moving. She may well be, but she's just told me to tell Jackie to don't stop. Boom. Oh, you nearly bought one. She was around you to know that one. I think you might have to pop back to the shop then, Jackie. But this, don't stop moving. Got to keep going. There's something around you, either that it feels like you're, okay, oh, well, okay. You're either feel like you're in sludge or you feel like you're in sticky glue. I know that's a game we would have all played as kids, but it's like I feel like you're in quicksand or you're not able to move. She's like, just keep going, but I feel heaviness. She's giving me a feeling of feeling heavy. I feel like my feet are stuck in the ground, as if I'm in sticky glue or tarmac, that type of sense and sensation. And it's just like, she's just like, you've got to just keep going one step at a time. Don't keep your eye on the goal. So there is something around you that you're feeling a little bit stagnant. She's like, keep your eye on. It's one day at a time. Just keep going step by step by step by step. Right, okay, I'll pass that over as well. She's given me 14th. So that will be a birthday party anniversary. Generally in or around the 14th. If it's not a birthday party and anniversary, hold the date, because it will be a relevant date. So I know I just need to pass that over to you as well. Oh, bless you, because it is just like, just keep focused, Jackie, just keep focused. But there is a real sense, and this is where she's coming in to give you healing. There's a real sense if you're feeling like you're stuck and you can't get your feet out, and that's all I keep feeling. It's a bit like you've been grounded too much, is what she's telling me. So she's like, she's giving me this encouragement for you, to just gently push you along. So we just keep focused. What you want? Why do you want this? Where do you want it? That type of thing. Okay. Like I said, I know I gave you the 14th. 14th. Yes, brilliant. So, by the way, if you're new to me, you get used to me getting really excited when I actually go whoop whoop. It's just because it's such a pleasure and a wonder to be able to bring messages through spirit. So I do get a little bit excited. Right. Okay. She's laughing, your Nan, by the way. She loves them. And there is very, very quickly, Jackie, before I move over to the next person and close this connection, I need to give you bumblebees. Bumblebees, little diddy bumblebees, honeybees. So hold, if that doesn't make any connection, you haven't got a bumblebee bracelet, or it's not a sign that you regularly see. I mean, if we start seeing bumblebees now, we're a little bit unsure. But what she is just coming through to tell you is hold the bumblebees. If it doesn't make sense now, what I always say is hold it, because you may find, just generally for you going throughout life the next couple of weeks, you might see imagery of little bumblebees, and you'll know it's your Nans around you giving you support. So if it doesn't make sense now, just hold on to that one. I love bees. I hate them in the pillows. Ah, right. Okay. So there it is. Keep holding your lovely little bumblebees. There will be more imageries coming through for you, my lovely Jackie. She's with you. Don't worry about it. She is with you. And I shall close the connection now and say thank you so much. Thank you for putting up with me and your lovely lady coming through. I will pass over her love and say thank you very much for allowing me to connect with you, Jackie. So thank you very much. Right, okay, so hello, hello, we've got lots of more people that have jumped on. Hello, lovely to see you all. Right, okay, you're very welcome, Jackie. Thank you so much. I do love making this connection to spirit. Right, okay, now I'm a direct, if you've just jumped on, Claire, direct medium, go to people, give you everything I receive, and then go from there. Honestly, I just allow spirit to tell me what they want me to tell me. Right, okay. Now, I know I would like to come to Mandy Mills. Mandy Mills, I'd like to come to you if that's okay. Now, I know you would ask like to make a connection with your mum. I can ask our past loved ones to come forward as well. So if you are connecting and you would like to talk to somebody in particular, you're welcome to put down who you'd like me to talk to. Because at the end of the day, we still have that spiritual connection to our family members up in spirit. And let's be honest, sometimes we want to talk to a particular person rather than our great uncle that we never knew. So if you do want to make a connection with somebody, you're welcome to put down who you would like to talk to, and I'll just ask them to turn up. Right, hello, Mandy. Lovely to meet you. I'm so glad you're happy for me to work with you. Now, I know you asked about your mum. Right, the first thing is your mum's coming through. She wants to give you reassurance that everything is clear. Okay, she's got the Jane. Okay. I just want to be clear, and I just get a sense of a feeling of tiredness. The tiredness is lifted, and I've got a sense of being nauseous, feeling sick or sickly. Now, I don't know whether it's you've been feeling that yourself, but it's more when she comes in her energy here. Mum's does come that way, and I just want to recognise it's all clear. It's all clear. Right, okay. She's also given me the song. Now, I'm pretty sure you're not going to hear it on the radio, but she's just given me Bright Eyes from Watership Down. I'm not going to sing to you poor people tonight, but I know I just want to go, bright eyes burning like fire. So she also gives me a fact that she feels like there's clarity there. Now, I give you the song from where it comes from, because I don't know whether you would make a connection to Watership Down or rabbits in general, but I know I need to give you this bit of clarity. She's coming through for you. Right, okay. Somebody's got, oh dear. Right, Mandy, somebody has got a habit of tucking their hair behind their ears. I hope that makes sense to you. Honestly, I'm just doing this and all of a sudden it's like somebody keeps doing something with their hair and they keep tucking it behind their hair. Now, these are just little things to show you that they're around you, because these are the weird things we think, well, that doesn't make sense, but it does make sense to you. So somebody's got a thing about tucking their hair behind their ears and pulling it out. That's the first thing I've got to be told. The second thing, Mandy, either you or somebody's not gone to the opticians or gone to the dentist, because she's drawing to me. Okay, your daughter, brilliant, okie dokie. That makes sense. Whoop, whoop. Again, little things to make your collection, but you're going to get a telling off now, whether you might be getting a telling off or somebody else. But there is somebody that needs to go to opticians or the dentist. Now, the reason why I say this is because she's drawing to me about my glasses on the head, which look a bit wonky, to be honest. And she's talking about to me, why haven't you booked your optician's appointment? So there is just somebody around out cutting. Your dad's gone to the dentist, but there is somebody else around about glasses. So she's just talking to me about how she is still around, dotting around. She said, I'm still fussing. Oh, and thank you, because you've got loads of things sorted out for you and your dad. Now, the way she's talking to me is that there was a worry that either dad or your family here would still be, and you need to go to the doctor, well, your mum's told you off. It's like either you've talked about getting loads of, no, I wouldn't say parties, but it's making sure people are still being connected. Because I'm like, either you've gone through I'm sorry, I'm very, very visual, going through a diary because she's glad you've got this in hand, or you've been helping somebody get this in hand, because she's like, I'm glad we've still got the connection. So either you've been talking about getting things out and we've got to do this, we've got to do that, and making regular arrangements to go with the family, except obviously not the opticians, or you've been part of getting the family back to keeping the family together, because she's just like, somebody's got a diary and they've been talking, right, we need to do this on this month, we need to do this on this month, and she's glad that everybody's staying busy and occupied as well. She's talking about, right, okay. Now I'm going to give you, she's giving this to me as Lily. Now, obviously, don't you just love a flower that can also be a name? I don't know, to get everyone together to show photo albums and sort of, okay, yes, well, she's glad you're doing it. So, as I always say from Spirit, off you go, chivvy along, as they say. But as I was talking about the lily, and again, it's always wonderful when you get flowers. Even the name Lily, Lillian, Lily is relevant, or whether you play, or whether somebody likes lilies, or somebody had lilies at her funeral. She's just telling me that she likes lilies, or Lily, or she liked Lily. Somebody likes kayak lilies or the white flowers, because she's appreciating that. Oh, and she okay. I don't know if you ever asked a question whether mum would have liked. So, oh, I'm back again. I do apologise. Brilliant. You can't take the lilies. That's fine, Mandy. You might even find that next thing you know, you see lots and lots of lilies and flowers of lilies, and you'll be like, yeah, I know what she's talking about. Okay. Hopefully I've come back. I know storms, and I can hear the rain tumbling down. Right, my lovely, talk to me about these flowers. There was, she liked the arrangement, and somebody liked, is it posies? Or I tell you what I've got. No, I haven't. I've got pink carnations, pink flowers, pink carnations. So there is something to do about pink carnations and pink flowers. So I've got to pass these bits. But she likes she liked the floral arrangement of her funeral. And sometimes we do wonder, because she said, I like my arrangement, my floral arrangements. Okay, right, come through. What else do you want to come through for? Let's get you some months. Okay, she talks to me, August is important, birthday, party, and anniversary. So I need to tell you August is important. Okay, I need to give the 26th. That would be a birthday, party, and anniversary in or around. It may not be the 26th of August. It may be August and the 26th. Brilliant, excellent. And the 26th is important. So you might find that you have to separate August and the 26th as two separate things. I'm glad. I just got this lovely image of this really pale pink, pretty carnations. And it's like, along with a lily. So definitely hold your lily. So I know she wants to give me August. Okay, and you know that's brilliant. I knew I was separate, so they make sense. Okie dokie. I'm not going to cheat now and say, well, I've got October, because obviously you gave me that bit of information, but we've got the date. Okay. I've also got to talk about September, though. September, birthday, party, anniversary. But there is a feeling that it may not be that. There may have been either a gathering or something happened in September, because I keep getting Green Day, which is a band. Some of you won't, well, I'm pretty sure most of you will know, but I keep getting September Comes. So there's an importance, or there's some relevance to September. It may not be you. It might be that somebody else had something important in September for him, but I keep getting September's important. So if it's not birthday, party, and anniversary, it will be important. Right, okay. She also wants to say thank you. It was the important one. It was important. Whoop, whoop, well done. Mum's also keeps drawing me to my nails. I'm like, well done for actually painting and decorating my nails. But she wants to say thank you to you, because she said, okay, you, and I know you said a sister, but she gives me you and your siblings, is what she said to me, helped her still feel normal. So I hope that makes sense, because it's normal as in herself. She's me, you try to keep me for as long as possible. So although I use the word normal, it is you try to keep mum, and you try to keep mum as she was. And I have got a thing about my nails. So either she loved her nails being painted, or somebody loved their nails. But she wants to say thank you, because you try to keep me for as long as possible. Okay. She also talks about don't worry about. Okay, thank you. She doesn't want people's visions of her before she passed, because there's a sense of either she lost a lot of weight around her face, or she was or she didn't look like herself near to where she passed. Because I don't want you to be thinking about that. I want you to be looking at my pictures. I want you to be remembering me for who I was, not what I became. So she just wants, because there's somebody around you. If it's not you, you're helping somebody kind of come to terms that the person they saw at the end wasn't their mum or their nan. And it feels feminine, so it feels like there's a lady around you, or somebody that's a little bit needing some reassurance. She's like, don't think about me like that. That was gone. Remember me for the past. Okay, May's important apparently. She said me, tell May's important as well. Birthday, party, and anniversary. She said me, just told me to throw May through to you. Right, let's get you some names. We haven't had any names. Right. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, thank you. Just, your mum's really good. Your mum is and was a great communicator. She's talking to me so well, the way she's passing her message with me. A very chatty lady is also, which we all love a chatty spirit, makes our job a lot easier. Right, come and give me some names. Right, I need to give you the name Carol. It's if you can't take the name Carol, it'll be C with an L. Carol. I never dare say my name, because people take the mickey out of me. A Carol or a Carla or a Claire, but I know I need to give a C and an L name. So Carol, Carl, but I know I need to pass that over to you. Right, okay. Right, what else? Is there anything else? I want to give you my mum was best friend too. Yes, Carol's my friend. Excellent. Brilliant. And we've got the Carol bit. Right, come and give me another name. Just these sometimes they are just to show you that they're around you and things like that. Come and give me another. But I also need to give you the game. The game? All right, while we're talking about games, just through game instead of a name. What we're talking about. Somebody likes, what's that game? you know when you oh god, I'm going to have to describe this game because it was game. You and brilliant, okie dokie, excellent. I've got, you know, the sticker on there. What am I? There we go. So somebody's talked about or liked playing the What Am I game, because she went game and then it came in rather than name. So I know I need to give this, but I do know I need to recognise a name that starts with G. So somebody's played What Am I, or somebody likes the game What Am I? Again, just things to show you that they're around you. They haven't left. They're just, as we said earlier at the beginning, they're just in the next room. I've also got to give you the name, a G name, like a Graham or a George, or pass that over to you. Right, okay. Right, one more thing, my lovely. Mandy, take deep breaths. And things like that. Because I was like, game? I'm like, hang on here, we were talking about names. I need to give you the name Daniel. Dan, Daniel, Danielle, Dan. I know I've got D-A-N, so Dan, Danielle, Dan or Danielle. I know I need to pass that over to you as well. Right, okay. Yeah, and for you, just George is her brother, your George is your brother in spirit. Okay, that's where the G came in with the game. Brilliant, we've got that one ticked. Yeah, just breathe for you, my lovely. All right. And sometimes you have to count longer than to 10. So I don't know if somebody's frustrating you a little bit and you're feeling like you need to count longer, because she's just said, tell her sometimes you need to count more than 10, longer than 10. And there's a chuckle and a laugh with that for you. So she's just recognizing sometimes you have to count more than 10. And there is a fragrance with her, a sweet fragrance. So again, just take notice. You might find, right, that's where you've got to count to 10 again. Yeah, because I've got to do more, count more. But there is sweet fragrance with this lady, a perfume or something like softener. But she would laugh about my dad. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, you got to keep counting to do. It's like you've got to count more than 10. Right, I am so glad that makes sense. This is why I give everything I receive, their words, their tones, their mannerisms, imagery, because a lot of the times you can make sense and bits I can't. But yeah, just breathe. And she hasn't gone. She hasn't gone anywhere. She said, you haven't gone. And you're managing or you're coping better than you think. So I don't know whether that's in reflection to having to support loads of people, but she's telling you you're managing and coping a lot better than you think. And with that, Mandy, I am going to close the connection because I'm conscious of time and would like to bring another person through. I hope your message of love and comfort has given you some comfort and upliftment. And I shall say thank you so much for allowing me to work with you. Okay. Oh, bless you. Chills there. She's around you. Welcome to my world. I get loads of chills. So welcome to my world, and take care. Right. Okay. So if you would like a connection with your past loved one, as I said, I can work direct by bringing somebody through, or if you've got somebody you would like to speak to, you are more than welcome to put their name down, because at the end of the day, we have still got our spiritual connection with our past loved ones. And if you had the opportunity, you'd get on the phone to that person. So to ask them to step forwards, I always ask them to come through. Right, okay. Right, Chloe. Oh, you're all kind of, Chloe, as you step through. Right, okay, Chloe Borum, I'd love to come to you if that's okay. I know the answer is yes because you put your comment down, but as I said, I always ask. Good practice. Chloe, I'd like to come to you. Now, as she was coming through, or I know you've asked for both your granddad and grandma. The first thing I've got, why I would give this one, but you're getting it straight away. Chloe, I've got any old dying, any old dying, any old dying. You look sweet. What a treat. So I don't know whether your family have, obviously I know as I've worked for your centre once before, I don't know whether there is a strong London connection or whether you've just put some scrap out for the scrap man recently, because it can be a bit of both. But I know I want to go any old dying, any old dying, any old dying. Right, okay. That's the first thing you've got given to you, girl. Right, okay. As they're coming through, somebody's talked about making flans or pumpkin. This is modern day. This is flans, or there is pies. with pumpkins. So I know it's the season. We've got pumpkins. I know it's a typical one, but there's been a conversation. Evie, you've talked about wanting to do something or experiment with some baking. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Chloe, but as I always say, I pass everything over because I've got pastry and I even want to do something with the pumpkins or do something that's a bit different I wouldn't normally do. So I know I need to pass this over to you. Right, okay, let's get some people. Let's come through. Right, your granddad, you? Oh, brilliant! That makes sense. I'm so glad. Honestly, Chloe, I sat there thinking, really, any old dine, any old dine, any old. Oh, I'm so glad. That makes sense. Phew. Okay, brilliant. All right, now we know we've got your connection. Thank you, sir. Right, February's important. I'm getting some night months now. February's important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. So I need to pass over February to you. I also need to pass over June as a birthday, party, and anniversary. And I always do 3. I have no idea why, but I also need to talk about next month's important birthday, party, and anniversary. So I know I want to pass over them 3 months to you. So I want to pass that over to you. I know this is a very old-fashioned name, but I've got an Al, Alan, Alfred. I can hear the name Al. So an Alan or an Alfred. So I want to pass that over to you. Now I've also got the name because as I said Alfred, I then heard Winifred. So there is a Winnie or somebody like, I wouldn't go Winnie the Pooh because that would be stretching it. But there's my brother's birthday and aunt's next month. Excellent, brilliant, thank you. We're doing well on birthdays, aren't we? Like I said, I had an Al, Albert, Alfred. So I can hear the Al. But as I then went to Alfred, I then got Winifred. So as I said, I don't know where the Winifred is. It came in just within there. So I will pass. Okay, and Alan's one of your names. I will pass over Winifred, but we'll put my hands up. It kind of went through one and came out the other. So I know I've got to give this one to you as well. I've got to give the 24th. Okay, we're going to do dates, are we? Okay, 24th, birthday, party, and anniversary. I need to also give the 22nd as a birthday, party, and anniversary. You're going to start throwing months at me now. And I need to give you the 4th of birthday, party, and anniversary. Yeah, don't worry. Regarding a name, like I said, it came in and out, but I got to give it to you. Okay, and you can take some of the dates. That's brilliant. I know I just got to give these dates because Spirit like to make things move. Why? Chloe, you might have been dancing to this. These are just little things to show you that around you, because all of a sudden I've got Backstreet Boys and I've got everybody, yeah, rock your body. So I have no idea, unless you have listened to that song and been having a bit of a boogie around in the kitchen, which I do myself. I need to give you that song. If it doesn't make sense now, hold it, because you will find it will come through on the radio in the next couple of days and you'll know it makes sense. Okay, but you've got Backstreet Boys, everybody. I'm sure it's the same ones, but I know I want to recognize this song. Right, okay. Right, okay. Your message at the moment is don't get yourself in a pickle. Right. I feel like they're talking to me about, and what I can see as imagery is that you've got loads of papers, or there's lots of ideas. Oh, you know the song, you love it. Brilliant, excellent. Lots of songs, or lots of songs, lots of papers, or lots of ideas, but I feel like I'm getting myself in a bit of a pickle, or as I would say, in a bit of a 2 and an 8. And this is the feelings they're giving me. I'm a bit like, I feel like I'm a bit overwhelmed, and they used in the pickle. So they've used in a pickle and they've used 2 and an 8. Okay, your college work, because I feel like I've got lots of things, so that makes sense, because it's like, don't get yourself in a pickle. And they're using that terminology for me. So they do, when they come through, it gives me a sense that they had a strong accent, because when I start getting into that, my accent getting strong, I know they had a strong accent, local accent. They're like, don't get yourself in a pickle. Right, you need to breathe. Oh, apparently also you need to I don't know whether you're kind of living. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I want to keep going to my phone. They're making me go to my phone. So I don't know whether a lot of the coursework is on like your on your phone a lot, doing a lot of coursework, or because it's like I need to put that down out of the way I need to put that down out of the way. You know, I apologise, you get a real Ron Fordian accent out of me soon. But I need to put it down. So Eve, it's like I need to shut the computer off or put my phone away because they're talking to me that there's just a lot. Oh, it's all on Google Classroom. Okay. Too much. They're telling me it's too much. Well, their answers is too much bleep, 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 as in computer sounds. And they're not swearing. It was just like too much bleep, 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 too much computers. But you need to just put it down because it's like, and just need to be able to take a break from it. Right, okay. Okay, and there is also, they want to come through to reassure you, don't worry about, so you would say, oh, I'm glad it makes sense, because it was like bleep, bleep, bleep. It was like, and that's what he was telling me, bleep, bleep, it's all them bleep, bleep, bleeps. He's like, I don't know. Okay, all right, okay. You're in, as we've already recognised, in a bit of a pickle, or things feel a little bit overwhelming with the college work. But he's talking about that it's now feels like it's drifting into other areas, and he's like, "Don't stress." And your nan's coming in; she's coming to give you a big hug, which I know is not evidential, but she's coming in to give you a big hug. I've also got to tell you, Rosemary, Rosie. I need to give you Rose because she just went giving a big cuddle, and I got Rose. So I'll give you that as well. But she's coming to give you a big cuddle. And your granddad's like, do you know what? Don't worry about everything else. It'll all fall in place. But you do need to eat more. Or you need to eat properly. But it's short-lived. So there's a sense of a feeling that you feel like a bit overwhelmed. And it's either you're not eating as well as you should do or something like that. But they keep telling me it's all short-lived. It's all short-lived. It's just a little bit of time. But don't get yourself in a pickle. Okay. Right. And okay. I'm not saying that you don't have baths or you don't get washed, obviously, because she's just said, Nan said to me, you need to go and have some more baths, more time. It's what she wants to recognise. It's just have some more time, more baths, more bubble baths. I want to put lavender. I want to put roses. I want to put lots of that. And Rosemary was my aunt. Excellent. That's got the right. Okay. Well, she comes through as coming through to give you comfort. You've got a lot of feminine energy around you to just trying to give you a big cuddle. Yeah, just unwind. Take a step back. She just says unwind, but they are around you. Don't get yourself in such a pickle. Which I know is easier said than done, but just to let you know, just more time to unwind and put that computer down. You'll get through it, and it is short-lived. And with that, Chloe, I hope that thank you so much for allowing me to bring your lovely people through, your lovely family members. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And I hope you've your comfort and your message of comfort has given you some comfort and reassurance. But there is a big hug from Spirit around you at the moment. A lot of girly comfort I need to pass over. So I'm conscious of time, but I know I've still got enough time. So I'd like to do one more person, but just conscious of time and everything else. So this will be the last person I will do. You're very welcome, Chloe. So if you would like to make a connection with your past loved ones, you're welcome to comment who you'd like to talk to. Because as I said, it's all very nice for us to have messages, but sometimes we want to talk to a particular person. Right. Okay. Where are we going? Well, I know where I'm going. I've got a gentleman with me. Right. I thought it was. Right, okay. Ross Summers, I'd love to come to you if that's okay. And what I will say, if you've listened to these messages and you're really feeling it here and you're like, God, that names, dates, months, there's so much similarities there. Know that your past loved ones are with you. They will use another message or another message to come through because obviously they're just divinely energy. They've got no bodies. So just know if you can take messages from that and you think, God, that really makes sense, know that they are coming through to you because Spirit's conscious that there's only so much time to be able to get through to as many people. Right, okay, thank you, Ross. Yes, I know that you asked for your dad, and as I was doing it, I could feel, and yes, and we have time, and then we have Frank's card. So yes, we do have time as well. Thank you. Right, Ross, I know I want to come through to you. Now, I know you've put some flowers on now, but I've got this gentleman that somebody has talked about growing sunflowers. Now, I love a sunflower. But Eva, your dad And I feel like there's a granddad as well, so dad's dad. So I feel like I've got both of them as they're coming through. But there is a relevance to this sunflower with this gentleman and you. There's also a relevance to gardening with this couple, with your dad and your granddad. However, I feel granddad possibly was a bit more the gardener than dad, but I know I want to recognise that the sunflowers was important. They just drew me to that, and I just needed to give you that was the first bit that come through. Right, okay. Right, I need to give you the first name I need to give you is the name Brian or a Barry, more than anything. Oh, okay, for me, sunflowers are my favourite, so I knew it was a flavour. So roses for him, brilliant, okay. But I know I need to give a Brian or a Barry. Now, I don't expect that name to come through because it's quite a unique name, but I know I need to give you that name anyway, because it'll be somebody in spirit or here that's relevant to. There's also the name Peter, Pete or a Peter. You just give me, so Brian, Barry, but it was more Brian, and I know I want to give the name Peter to you, Ross. So these are the two things I need to pass over to you. Right, okay. I also need to give you the name Mark. Got three names there. There we go. So now I want to pass over these names. If they don't make sense at the moment, that's fine. You'll probably go away and go, oh yeah, I know who they were talking. But you know, that's fine. Don't worry. You might find that they're just their friends in spirit. Right, okay. Dad's talking to me about his legs, and he's talking to me about his legs feeling clearer or not aching anymore. But there is somebody else that's either got back trouble or backache at the moment, because he's giving me healing, or he's telling me that he has been around somebody that's had some backache, and from the spirit world there's healing there. So it's either you or somebody that you know that you love that's giving them a bit of a back trouble in there. I also need to talk about green. Now, green can obviously be a name, but I feel like I'm talking about the colour green. So I don't know if you've recently talked about doing some decorating, or whether somebody's talked about colour schemes, because I know I want to pass over green is important. This is a here and now conversation. So he's been aware of somebody talking about green, colours, decorating. So I know I'll pass it over. If it doesn't make sense, sometimes we are the messengers for other family members as well. Right, he wants to say thank you to you for sorting out the finances, or sorting out the paperwork. He said to me, because it wasn't easy. He apologizes it for not being easy. So there must have been either paperwork everywhere around the house and you've had to pick it up or help somebody. But I know I want to say that he tells me, tell him thank you for sorting out the paperwork. So there was some paperwork, and obviously I know there's paperwork after we passed, but I feel like there was some, it was complex or slightly challenging, because he says thank you for getting these things sorted out. So I need to put right. Somebody also absolutely loves a newspaper, because he's just plastered a newspaper in front of my face. This feels if this is him, or no, this is him, but I don't know whether you would be able to take papers. Okay, so Deborah can take them bits as well. So this can be a joint message for you as Deborah as well. But I've also got newspapers. So Ross, I don't know whether Dad had old newspapers left behind or something like that, because he's just recognised these old newspaper. And he did, okay. I just know I've got like newspapers, and it's a bit, I need to have a bit of a clear out. Okay, right. I need to give you the name Sandra. Says a name, it sounded like Sandra, so I need to pass over the name Sandra to you, because it was relevant. It doesn't. Right, okay. I need to talk to you also about the name. There's a Scott or a Steve, and I can hear the ST, so I know I need to pass that over to you. Give me some months for Ross, please. Right, okay. I've got to give you April, birthday, party, and anniversary, so I will pass you over as April important. What other month? I want to go June as well as birthday, party, and anniversary, and I want to go December as a birthday, party, and anniversary. So they're your 3 months from your lovely dad in spirit. Right, okay. Now, as he's coming through, he's just talking to you about there's something gone around you where either you feel quite frustrated, or the way he's told me is a simmering pot at the moment, because it's like either somebody feels like they've got to put the lid on it at the moment. He's just like, it's very much like other readings as well, but just keep breathing and keep a deep breath. It's because you've been a strength to family members around you. He said to me, but you need to think about your own well-being as much as everybody else. Now, he does give me a feeling that he was quite in tune with his own emotions, but it wasn't something he would openly discuss. But he is talking about you need to make sure you're keeping in check your own emotions as much as other family members, because he's talking to me that you're here, there, and everywhere. So he's talking to me about here, there, and everywhere as well. So he's coming through because he's like, you just need to keep an eye on your own well-being as much as everybody else's well-being. But as I said, he doesn't give me the sense of him openly talking about his emotions, but they need to recognize it. Okay. However, he says to me, I enjoyed our last talks. So there's a sense that he talks to me, he remembers about your conversations you used to have with him, because he says to me, he remembers these things. There's a sense of memory there for you as well, Ross. Right, okay. Come and I need to give you the name Andrew as well. Andrew or Randy, so I'll pass that over to you. Right, anything else, sir? Okay. I know you said they were precious, but he remembers them. So there was a memory there. Got a lot ironed out, he said. We got a lot of things ironed out and sorted out. Okay, and this is for you, sir. Ross, he says, you don't always have to try to be the man of the house. So again, there is something around your well-being, because he's conscious about sort of, you're not always having to be the tower of strength for everybody else. It's because you've had to step up a lot. And he wants to recognise the grandchildren, and he gave me 2. So there's 2 grandchildren, or whether you've been given support to 2, but I want to go another 2. So I've got either you're 1 or 2 and you've got 2 grandchildren, or whether you've got 2 and you've got a sibling that's got 2. I keep getting 2 twos. Right, okay, very, very quickly. And I don't know whether this is very new to me, whether he passed round 20 past 10, because he went 2 2 2 2, and they like doing that to me at the moment. So I don't know whether Dad passed in or around the 10 o'clock in the evening, but I need to pass that out because he gave it to me. But I will put a caveat: timings is new with me with Spirit, but I know I need to pass it over to you. And he just says, keep your chin up, Ross, but keep your own emotions in check. It was 9:30. Okay, no problem. I needed to give you the time anyway because it was important. But I put my hands up to that, saying that Spirit is a new thing. And with that, Ross, he's just around you just to give you emotional support, because you're kind of giving it to everybody else, Ross. And I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for allowing me to make a connection to your dad. And I know, Deborah, you could take a lot of that. So you might even find, Deborah, this has been a joint message for you, and you can take the 2 too. But thank you so much for allowing me to make a connection with you all. I do truly appreciate it. And I shall stop there now and say thank you very much to everybody else.
Oh, thank you, Claire. God bless.
Thank you.
Lovely evening. Well, we do have Frank's cards to finish off the night, and then we'll come back for a closing prayer, if that's all right.
Yep, not a problem. Thank you.
Super. Okay, good evening, friends. Great to see so many people online tonight. If you're new to us at Thundersley, let me just explain that Frank from our church, you saw Frank doing the Bible reading earlier, actually. Every week he draws 3 cards. Obviously, we can't get round to everyone with a message, unfortunately. But one of these 3 cards, each is marked by a crystal. So if you just tune into those at the start, and that will give you something uplifting for the week ahead. So let's see what Frank has got this week.
Good evening. Our first crystal this evening is the amethyst, and with that goes the card for the goose. The goose is a symbol of loyalty and faithfulness, and care and devotion, and also the importance of communication. At times, your views of a situation or another person may be coloured by your past experiences. Sometimes geese pop up to make you aware that your recollection of something that happened in the past has been exaggerated to be either far better or far worse than it actually was. Old memories might be brought up now so that they can be healed, or possibly long forgotten dreams, perhaps from your childhood, are now ready to be reborn. This card can also indicate that someone from your past is now coming back into your life. Geese are extremely honourable birds in the fact that they never abandon one of their own. If a wounded goose can't fly on with the others, at least one of the flock will stay behind until the goose has recovered or passed on. Similarly, this is saying that you are a person who would do that for one of your group or community if that was what was needed. Geese are devoted for life to their mates and to their young, just like our little family on this card. And they are a symbol of fertility as well. The old stories of Mother Goose make this bird the perfect symbol for children and childhood. Many of the beliefs and perceptions that we form and carry with us are established during our childhood days. So take a moment to consider what has happened in the past and to how it may be related to your life at the moment. Is it something that perhaps is best left in the past and remain forgotten? Or is it a symbol of a dream that you once had that can now be reborn and can bring you love and enjoyment once more? And our second crystal is the amethyst. And with that we have the card for the deer mouse, the emperor. The deer mouse focuses on detail, thinking of the future, keeping everything tidy and just so, and providing constructive feedback in a likeable manner. He is compassionately informs you that haphazard creation can only turn into chaos. Have you thought through all the possible outcomes of your plans? Or are you overthinking? Perhaps this is the time to reevaluate. It is definitely the time to get organised. This card also indicates great leadership skills in you and the need for you to take charge of a situation. It may seem counterintuitive to present the Emperor as a deer mouse, but the truth is that this card is all about detail. Our little friend is always thinking ahead and always planning and storing away what he will need for the future in a tidy and orderly manner. He remains focused on the larger picture all the time without skipping any necessary steps. He has the ability to do great things. The deer mouse is highly resourceful and prolific, thereby making sure that his plans come to fruition, even if he himself cannot be there to complete them. By planning responsibly yourself, you will become a similar type of person. You will have things in order, and if you aren't around at the moment you're needed to carry out what's needed, then you will make sure that others are successful in your place. Deer mouse is also very keen on seeing that his own cleanliness is kept in order. They like their fur to be perfectly groomed and neat and tidy. So remember, if you have chosen this card, you only get one first shot at making an impression. So prepare yourself and be ready for those that you may be about to meet. And our third card, crystal this evening, is the rose quartz, and with that goes the card for the Gypsy Vena horse. This card says this is a very successful time for you. There is great abundance and excellent prospects around you. It says everything is going to turn out perfectly now, and you just couldn't ask for more at this time. Projects you have been pursuing will become success, and exciting new opportunities are possible. You may have a chance to do something outstanding with someone or for someone. It may be time to consider taking a step back and finding time for yourself. This horse asks that you use your resources that come your way wisely, and above all, make sure that you stand up for what you know is right. The Gypsy Vena horse symbolises a person who is compassionate but accomplished, charismatic but grounded. And I feel if you choose this card, then that is you. He cares deeply for his causes, be they charitable or otherwise. Often this person is passionate about the environment, and kindness to animals is important too. For that reason, he probably also has the people he needs to be able to contact quickly are on his speed dial. Gypsy Vena horses are known for their beauty, their sweetness and strength. As one of the smallest of the draft horse breeds, they represent the ability to accomplish your mission no matter what. It is a horse with a light golden coat, and if you've chosen this card, then this says that you are a person with a heart of gold that attracts riches in abundance. Likewise, you are currently in a time of great prosperity. This horse asks that you use the blessings that heaven is sending your way at this time to do great things for yourself and for others. Three very nice cards there tonight, and I hope they've helped quite a lot of you. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Super. Thank you, Frank. Okay, let's bring the service to a close now then. Back to Claire for a closing prayer, and then we'll play out the closing Vesper. Thank you, Claire.
Thank you. So if I can ask you to take yourself into the quiet, however you wish to, bow your head or just close your eyes. And we shall say, Dear Lord and Divine Spirit, we send our thanks, love and appreciation for coming forward this evening to help bridge the connection between the spirit world and our own. We send our heart thanks, love and gratitude that the spirit world of those who have passed have come forward this evening to offer messages of love, comfort and upliftment, and to show us that there truly is life after life. I'll ask you, the spirit world, to just step forward a little bit closer to all of us to help create a bubble of protection, love and healing, to walk beside you for this day forward until you meet again. I'll ask you again just to send out healing to your friends, family, yourself, the strangers out there and the animal kingdom, for them to know that there are people out there thinking of them in these hard times can at times mean the most important thing. I shall say thank you so much for having us this evening. I hope you have a lovely evening of what is remaining and a smashing week ahead. And I shall say take care and amen.
well, I'd like to say an extra special thank you to Claire Pasterfield for the service and standing in at short notice for us. Really appreciate that, Claire. Thank you. A lovely evening. Thank you to our medium in church, Alan Albiston. You've just seen Alan open up in prayer for us. Thank you to Donna in church for chairing. Thank you to Frank for the Bible reading earlier, and again for the cards just a minute ago. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a lovely week. Hope you can join us again at the same time next week on Sunday. So take care. Bye bye.